Alright, well thank you for coming here this evening to celebrate the ordination of Bob and Maureen. My partner Ken has also stepped forward this evening and decided to take on the responsibility of being ordained as a pagan minister. A lot of people think that being ordained as a minister of a pagan church is like, ooh, a great honour and privilege. No, what it actually means is you're the general, chief cook, bottle washer and schlepper for a whole lot of people from this point forward. So you're actually stepping forward to take on responsibility, to take on work, to take on effort, and to take on helping and assisting other people on their spiritual journey, which is often with pagans like trying to herd cats. You try and get them to go the way that you know is going to be best for them, but they often have their own mind made up. So this evening, even though it is Bob and Maureen and Ken's ceremony, they are going to need the assistance of each and every one of us here this evening on their journey as they embark on this path. Right? Because it is not their responsibility to be responsible for any other individual's spiritual journey. They do not have to pay for it. They do not have to make sure that you survive. They do not have to make sure that you learn. That is your responsibility. It is their responsibility to simply set up. I often describe it as becoming the spiritual housekeeper and bed maker in the motel of life. You simply come in, make the bed, and everybody else jumps in and has fun in it later. And that's what they're going to be doing from this point forward, making lots of beds for people to experience their own spirituality. And quite often it is a thankless thing. A lot of people don't realise how much effort, how much time, how much it actually in money terms costs people to actually set up things for other people to have spiritual growth. The idea of performing the craft so it profits none is completely misunderstood. Everybody learns the craft so it profits themselves, in one way or another. So it is not about a monetary thing. Bob and Maureen and Ken are coming forward to help other people step into their own strength, to understand how to manipulate basic energy on this planet, in the material plane and in the spiritual world. So there are so many hang-ups that go around with the money associated with things that are put on. We also want people to remember that money is the most basic energy on this planet. You know that you're becoming spiritually advanced when you can get to manipulate money. So if you're having issues about money, don't have them with Bob and Maureen and Ken. Remember, you're having the issue with money for yourself. And that is another spiritual lesson that you need to learn. Money should not be a problem or an issue in the material plane for anybody who's really starting to advance in this work. So, we'd like to begin. So with all of your help and assistance and blessing, we would like to call forth Bob London. Bob London, come to the centre. That's you!
I think some other victim would come out first.
Yeah. Maureen London, please come to the centre. I think that's Nandi joining us.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how to do it, mate.
No, not the computer, I don't.
Alright, I might. Ken Wills, come to the centre. And let me just, if you will bear with me for 1 minute, please let me see if I can rush it and to the centre as well. So stand to the centre for honour, stand to the centre for work, stand to the centre for service, because that is what it means to minister to other people, to serve and help them. The reason why these people have been chosen to become ministers of a pagan church is because they're already doing the work. Nandi has been being a spiritual minister in Townsville for 30 odd years. She's one of the longest serving pagans that have really helped the community in Australia. Bob and Maureen have been doing a fantastic job up here. And Ken does a lot of work supporting what I do and gets no recognition for it. So today we'd like to recognise the work that they have done and honour it. And we're going to ask Spirit to be present to honour and recognise the work that they're doing as well and give them their support. Let's begin by calling in spirit. Ho, elemental forces of the east and water, we ask that you be here with us. Open your gate. Henceforth, recognise these people as your own, as we do now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Ho, elemental forces of the north and fire, we ask that you be with us this evening. Open your gate, and henceforth recognise these people as your own, as we do now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Ho, elemental forces of the west and mother, of earth that nourishes us all. Spirits of the traditional landholders in the area, we ask that you henceforth open up your gates and recognise these people as your own, as we do now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Ho, elemental forces of the south and air, we ask that you be with us and watch over us this evening. Open up your gates and henceforth recognise these people as your own, as we do now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
The circle is cast round about, a world within and a world without. This is tonight's sacred ground, which has been pronounced sacred for the services. Any forces that are not here to help us must be killed. Before we begin this ceremony this evening, I must ask, do you come here of your own free will, in full understanding of what the obligation is that you are about to undertake? And so might it be. We recognise that you're about to step into the greater service of the community that surrounds you. We recognise that you're about to step into a greater service of the community around you. We recognise that you're about to step into a greater service of the community around you. Are you willing to put the work in that will be required to help other people on this path? That does not mean that you do this work without limits. Do you establish your own limits around yourself with this work? Will you clearly communicate those limits to the people who you are working for to assist? And take this dagger and symbolise a circle around yourself. Describe a circle around yourself, symbolising that you will hold your sacred space around yourself, that you will honour yourself as you honour others. What we give you is the burden of work. What we ask you to accept from us is our respect, as we know that you will give respect to all of us in return. And we honour you for this. Thank you for the service that you have done for us so far. We thank you. We honour you. Please accept your respect. If Bob, Maureen or Ken have done anything to assist you, we ask that you ask them to accept your thanks and respect. Just from where you are in the circle, just call it out. Thank you, Ken. You've helped me so much. I appreciate you. And you guys have been absolutely fantastic to me. I wish there were just thousands of you around Australia. It would make everything so easy. The reason why Ken and Bob and Maureen have stepped forward is that we are trying to get paganism recognised as a denomination within Australia. And if we have 12 ordained ministers who are already doing this work and have been doing this work for 2 years or more within Australia, we will be able to get this through before the end of the year. So thank you for stepping forward and helping with that responsibility. We're going to pass over to Lena now, who will smudge you in recognition of you leaving behind one phase of your life and entering another. Would you like to come forward? The sword is to the male, and the chalice is to the female. So is our great right. May the forces of nature that spur on all life consecrate this wine. You have miles to go and promises to keep before you sleep. But fear not, you are never alone. As this wine warms you, relaxes you, and fills you with joy, so the Spirit will bring you. You have miles to go and promises to keep before you sleep. But fear not, you are never alone. As this wine warms you, relaxes you, and fills you with joy, so Spirit will bring you. You have miles to go and promises to keep before you sleep. But fear not, you are never alone. As this wine warms you, relaxes you, and fills you with joy, so Spirit will bring you. We're going to pass around the communal cup now. If you had issues with hygiene, just put it to your lips. But generally, we all take a sip, and whatever's left will pour out to Spirit. Fire, air, and water have acknowledged you. But earth, the mother, nourishes you always. She is never far away from you, and at those moments where you feel completely expended, remember to turn to the mother and draw your energy from the mother so that you have the strength to continue on with the work you have chosen. She is always beneath your feet. Feel for a minute, ground yourself. What I'd like us all to do is to help draw the energy of the earth up so it fills these people with the energy that they need. Alright, so what I'd like us to do, and have we still got our drummer there? You can drum us into this. Right, so we'd like us all to place the energy on the earth. So instead of grounding, we're doing a raising. So we're doing the opposite. So we're drawing the energy up into ourselves and sharing. That's it. That's all right, Siobhan. Ready? So we're going to start off low. Ready? Can I hear everybody? Spirit will give you a message by these cards. What I'd like you to do is each just put one card out and you'll have the message for your ministry. Say that 10 times. King of Swords. Right. Power and control. Yours is the job to be someone who watches over us all, especially in the coming year where issues of power and control will be so intense. Ten of Wands, hard work. Reward for hard work. Well done, Maureen. More hard work. Yeah. Page of Coins. Right. Setting the long-term goals. You don't get out of it that easy. You've still got a long way to go from here. You're just starting. So you have to set those long-term goals. And he has to promise us to stick around to complete them, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'll come back and haunt you all.
Right. Spirit anoints you in recognition of the work that you're about to do. Ho, elemental forces of the East, we ask that you acknowledge and recognize your undoubted servants before you now. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ho, elemental forces of the South and Air, we ask that you acknowledge and recognize your anointed servants. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ho, elemental forces of the West and Earth, we ask that you recognize your anointed servants. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Ho, elemental forces of the North and Fire, we ask that you recognize your anointed servants. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
The circle is cast round about. A world was within, a world was without. The circle now is open but unbroken. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again! Yay! Woo! Yeah.